Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman coming to you from our studios in, where we are now at the Capital Region International Airport. But we're going to go way to the UP at this point in time. Tim Ward, who is president of Michigan Legislative Consultants, is in the UP. And Tim is a bicyclist, and he's in the middle of, second week of 2,400 miles you're doing, and it started in Detroit. Tell us a little bit about this trip you're on, Tim.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, it's called Trace Michigan, and it's on behalf of one of our clients called Chance for Life. And it's a nonprofit. They've been around for 25 years, but they're not well known. Even though they're highly effective. They offer programs in Michigan's prisons that transform how people think, critical thinking skills, mediation, conflict resolution. And then they also offer services on the outside for returned citizens. And so the idea of, there's been a couple gala dinner fundraisers, but the idea is to do a fundraiser, but also an awareness raiser.
Yeah.
And so that's where this came about in terms of marrying my passion for cycling with Tom Adams, the president of Chance for Life, with his passion for the program.
Well, I got to tell you, if we can cure recidivism, that is, coming at it from a business side, a tremendous economic boom for everybody. Can you tell us a little bit about Michigan Legislative Consultants?
Sure. We are a multi-client lobby firm at the Capitol. We've been in business almost 60 years. We're the oldest multi-client firm at the Capitol. And we have, there's 7 lobbyists at the firm. And so we have about 80 some clients. And one of my partners, Brendan Ringlever, was just voted the #1 multi-client lobbyist through one of the newsletter surveys. So we were all pretty excited for him. And so while I'm the cyclist out front on this, everybody at the firm has played some sort of role in making this all happen. So it's definitely been a big team effort.
Well, and it's for a great cause, as a matter of fact. Let me talk a little bit about the ride. I had the good fortune of riding the Delmac 10 times, actually. And I know there are good years and there are bad years. How's your ride gone so far?
Chris, it's funny you mentioned good years, bad years. So far, this is stage 10. And so there's been good days, mostly really good days, but today's been the most challenging on our way from Houghton over through the Porcupine Mountains, and we'll end up in Wakefield, and heading into a southerly wind. So it's a headwind, and it's the most elevation of the entire event of all 22 days. This is most climbing I'll do, and also it's rather chilly today. And I've been riding in fog. I've done 30 miles so far, and I'd say about 27 of them have been in fog. And in some points, the visibility is really only 200 yards. So it's been a challenging day, but
well,
we'll get through it.
You're also worried a little bit about traffic, although there's not a plethora of traffic. You want them to have some visibility for your sake as well. People are not attuned to the fact that we have a mountain range like the Porcupines. You'll be up somewhere near Lake in the Clouds, and that is just a most beautiful area of the country.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I was a little kid when I was there last, and we were there on a family camping trip, and I remember walking through with my dad and one of my sisters, and my dad actually had to jump because he almost stepped on a porcupine. So So that was my last memory of the porcupines. So I'll make a new set of memories by cycling through the porcupines.
Yeah, well, there'll be good ones, and there are some substantial hills there. You're absolutely right. So where do you culminate? I guess if you're staying in Michigan, you're going to be somewhere over near Ironwood.
Yeah, we'll for today, we'll end the day in Wakefield, which is just a little east of Ironwood. And then tomorrow we'll head into Ironwood. So we'll touch that western city and then just basically turn around.
Okay.
And yeah, and then we'll work our way across the kind of the southern of the UP before coming back across the ridge and then working down, continuing the clockwise direction and working down the west coast.
Gotcha. So we got about 30 seconds left. I saw that Joe Tate joined you.
Yeah, that was the very first stop that we made on the tour with him and Senator Kevin Hertel. It was about 15 minutes after we launched from the Irma Henderson Park in Detroit, and so yeah, it was really nice of he and Senator Hertel to recognize the event and Chance for Life. And so we stopped and gave them T-shirts that are replicas of this jersey.
Well, that should help your profile and your cause. As a matter of fact, Tim Ward, president of Michigan Legislative Consultants, on his bike ride and doing it for a great cause. Tim, keep up the good work. I wish you headwinds, although I know you're going right into the wind up there. Continued good luck, my friend.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me.
You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.